psychic side here on the A1R Psychic Radio Network, Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television as well. And welcome to the #1 psychic radio network on Earth. This is the psychic side, and I'm your host, John Cappello. We broadcast from the North Texas area, and our program is dedicated to debunking the skeptics. So thanks for being here today. We take different topics during our programs, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about why people choose psychics. You know, I may have talked about it in the past, but I wanted to talk about it again today because I had some interesting things happen. And it's just, it always amazes me what people say. And I was in Houston the other day or last weekend, and it's often that somebody will come and they'll want a reading, and I recently I just said, well, I stood up to greet this gentleman, and I said, well, do you mind if I hold your watch? And he said, no, go, that's fine, it's fine. He handed me his watch, and I said, looks like you're going to get a divorce. And he goes, I haven't sat down yet. And I said, he said, you already got that? I said, well, it's here on your watch. I said, what do you want me to say? But he became a believer, and this was a highly educated gentleman and someone that was just looking for some answers and had been married quite a long time. And I hated to just hit him with it, but it was just so, the energy was just so strong, especially from his watch and from the energy that he was projecting to me. And, that's why I wanted to talk to you today and tell you that sometimes people want to gain an edge. They want to gain an edge, and they want some validation to decisions that they're making. They want some closure at times. And of course, we have the usual love, money, and, am I going to win the lottery every once in a while, that sort of thing. But generally, people want that edge. They want to get something that is not tangible, something that they missed, and they're hoping that something from the other side or something from the divine can come through another person to give them some insight that they can use to take with them in their life. And that's a wonderful thing, in that psychic ability is something that we all possess, and there are many miraculous instances that can happen using a psychic. And of course, I'm a little more on the side of erring with the psychic, but it's something that it can be very, very useful because it can help a great deal. With that being said, not everybody can give you the answers that you want, and you have to take control of your own life, because the psychic can only read energy. That's all that we do. We read energy, and the problem is the energy changes, and when it changes, you have to make a decision. Well, which should I go with? Should I use the insight I received? Do I need another reading or what? But it's dangerous to get another reading at times. I don't want to use the word dangerous, but sometimes the reading it can be the opposite of what you received because the energy has changed. But you use the insight from the information that you receive to make your own decisions. Because the psychic can't make decisions for you. We can only tell you what we are receiving, and we can only give you information based on our personal experiences. And at least, and I have to just speak for myself because I let other psychics speak for themselves. But I can only give you what comes to me, and I'm pretty successful with it. But I want to make sure that I let people have a perspective of what they're getting because it's important. The work I do is is valuable. It's valuable to my clients. It's valuable to me because not only do I learn a little bit about the people that come to me, but I learn a lot about myself. I learn a lot about my life's journey and things that go on around me. And I see the perspective people have. I see issues that they face that I may not have faced, and how they deal with it. And I learn from issues that I've had in my own life, and how they navigated through those. And sometimes my experience is something that is very helpful as well. And sometimes I tell people, well, I've had more problems than most people, so I have a lot of experience to help you. But generally, it's my psychic ability that has given me the edge or the ability to kind of peer into other people's lives. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead with our first caller, and let's see if we can get into our information here. And so this is Karen in Castro Valley, California. So Karen, are you available? Are you there?
Absolutely, John. That was what you just got done saying was absolutely wonderful. Energy is also the vibration, and when we change our vibration, our energy, flows with that. And so sometimes we're on point, and sometimes we're not.
Yeah. Are you a psychic? Do you do psychic work?
Nah, I've got friends. I might pull myself an occasional tarot card every once in a while, but it's a true pleasure to be on the phone with you today.
Okay, well, very good. Well, very good. Yeah, it's good to dabble and do your own readings, and but sometimes get another opinion is very helpful. And because someone else with a completely different perspective, or someone who reads energy a little differently, might just be able to see something that's special. So that's very good. So Karen, it just seems to me that you are. Are you making some changes in your life, or considering some changes?
Well, it's funny you should ask that question because ever since COVID, it's been a roller coaster ride, not just for myself, but I just think also as well as for the collective. And I have just been kicking the can down the road, trying to keep the boat afloat and figure out what I'm supposed to be doing and what is next for me. I've got a lot to offer, but it just doesn't feel like the cards are falling where I think they should, which means I've got to take myself and let somebody
Well,
else drive the car for a while.
it does feel like you're not sure what you want to do professionally. It does feel like you're not sure exactly where you want to be. Now, are you by yourself right now, or are you in a relationship?
I am sitting at home and by myself right now. I am in a relationship, divorced, but have a significant other. He and I've been together for 13 years now.
Ah, okay, all right. Because I'm not saying there's going to be anything wrong with that relationship. And your birth sign is what? What is your birth
Aquarius.
sign? Aquarius. Okay, so am I.
Yeah,
Well,
February
Aquarius is
2nd. February 2nd. I'm a
February
groundhog baby.
February the 2nd. Okay, okay, very good. So you're probably in the second decan of Aquarius there. I'd have to see your chart, but the thing is, Karen, is that you're marking time at the moment, searching for what the next big scene is. And the thing is, it just feels like you have dabbled here, dabbled there. You've been knocking on different doors as to find out what you want to do. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So it feels like you're going to be continuing to do that for a little while longer, but and I'm glad you called because one of the reasons why I'm doing this topic today is because many people all over the country, and I guess all over the world. I don't do too many readings outside the United States, but people are wondering what the next scene is, what's going on, and because it's like you said, after COVID, so many people just don't have a grasp of where they're supposed to be, what the future is going to hold. And so the thing about it is you have to kind of get out of your comfort zone, okay? And it feels like you are trying to do that, but you just don't know exactly which way to go. So I'm going to suggest you keep doing what you're doing. Keep looking for people and looking for things that are going to work for you. Because Aquarius is starting a whole new life right now. Okay, with Pluto in its sign, it is starting a new transformation. So you're becoming a different person. You're going to be a completely different person in the next few years from what you are right now. So that's astrologically, but it also feels like that's you as well. So I do feel like you are going, as far as your career is concerned, there's still going to be some dabbling. You may wind up just getting a job to just pay some bills, but to find joy in other areas of your life. I do feel like there may be a move coming for you in the next year or so. Okay, so
Hmm.
those are things that I'm sensing around you. I don't have all of the answers, of course, but I do think that you are a very clear thinker, and I do believe that you are doing the best that you can. It's just frustrating to find that next solid part of your life. So it feels like your partner is someone who's in much the same situation. He's doing the best he can to have some normality. But I feel like in some ways, now, are you in a city or are you in? It feels like you want to be out more, kind of in nature, or you want to be in a place where there's less stress.
Oh, I would love that, but it's all about affordability.
It's all about affordability, okay? Because it just seems to me that you might be there now. It seems like you would like a little bit better surroundings around you, but not that you're in a bad place, but it just seems to me that you're going to have to continue to mark some time and save some money. I can't say that you're going to go back to school or get new certifications, but I think you just need to continue to be networking and wait until that next opportunity comes. I do feel like it's going to come. Um, I don't want you to just settle, but there may even be a government job, or there may be something that you might wind up doing that may be mundane, but it's something that you will be able to latch on to and be able to get some benefits and stuff. So, but that's not tomorrow. It's a little bit down the road. Okay,
So
I know
to
that's a
to your to your
that's a
to, no to your note on that, I live in the San Francisco Bay Area.
yeah.
Um, if you're familiar with that, so things here are very expensive. And I am I'm a paraprofessional, which means that I help with the autistic kids at the local school. So
You do.
I work for the Castro Valley School District, helping with the kids that have autism and behavioral issues and things like that. So we're out for summer. I am doing summer school. I just got done with getting my CPR renewed today, and then an onboarding with another company that does the after school program for the normal kids. So I'm trying to do two jobs at the same time just to try to keep it so that
Yeah.
I've got 8 hours a day. But
Well,
it's not comfortable, and it's not really where I want to be.
I know, I understand that, but what I'm saying is you might be able to find a school district or an area that is outside the San Francisco area that might be a little bit cheaper. I don't know too much about the California area, but there may be a school district or a place that may be needing someone with your skill set, because it sounds like you have a unique skill set that is not easily found. So I don't know. I think I might search outside the San Francisco area to find a place that you could be a bigger fish and someone that in a smaller area, a smaller populated area. That's kind of where I'm at with for you, because it's hard to continue to work two jobs. It's hard to continue to do burning the candle at both ends like you're doing, and so that's why like you're validating what I'm seeing as far as working more than one opportunity and looking for new ones. But I don't know. I'd kind of expand my search, and I don't know if there are recruiters out there for you or not, but that's kind of what I'm seeing for you. So
Yeah,
hang in there.
I was corporate America before when COVID hit and I got laid off because of COVID. And so I did some temp work, and now I've managed to find the jobs with the school district. I'm still out there laying down resumes, but I'm just not getting hits on it. So,
Yeah.
like I said,
Well,
we're getting at this. I'm just kicking the can.
yeah. But unfortunately, that's where you're at right now, and it's gonna continue for a little while longer. So just continue to tread water, and you are making progress, whether you think so, don't think so, or not. But the universe is finding its place for you. Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
appreciate
right.
your time today, John. Appreciate you very much.
Okay. Thank you very
Take
much.
care.
Okay.
Bye now.
So before we go to our next caller, I want to just tell you that people like Karen are not unusual. And, skeptics are ones that will say, well, psychics don't have any professional degrees. They don't have a basis for their work. They don't have this, they don't have that. But yet they're the ones that come to us. I can't tell you how many doctors, how many lawyers, how many psychologists, and really high professional people, even politicians, come to us, not just me. And these are people who are sincere. These are people that are highly gifted, highly talented. These are people that do work that I certainly can't do. Psychics can't give you legal advice. We can't give you health advice. We can't give you counselor advice on a professional basis because we're not licensed for those things, and we don't have the education for those things. All we can give you an opinion, but that's when you have to come back and you have to just say, look, this is your opinion. Take it for what it's worth. And if it's good advice, great. But it is only a future. It is only an opportunity. It is not the future, and it is not the only solution. So you have to understand that. You have to have it in perspective, and you have to be able to use your own best judgment. Don't just completely turn your life over to someone that you spoke to the phone or on the radio. just make sure that you trust yourself. And that brings me to why I was interested in this topic today, because I had a professional person come to me, and this is a lady who was crying and upset, and I said, well. She didn't say anything to me. I said, you're certainly upset with your mother, and there's something about your dad. Well, she was mad at her mother because her dad, she didn't feel she was taking good care of her father, who was having breathing issues and he was on a breathing machine and had to sleep in another room, and recently had fallen out of the bed and was just having a really rough time. So she didn't know what to do. And like I say, she was a professional person, a highly intelligent lady, and there's someone that had credentials out the wazoo compared to me, at least. And so yet she comes to me, and so I told her all these things, and I said, well, why don't you do this and this and this? And she said, well, that's pretty mundane. And I said, well, you didn't tell me about your mother and father and everything. She says that was damn good advice, but but she felt it was mundane. So it wasn't mundane, because I was seeing it here. I was seeing the information. I mean, I didn't just pull it. I guess I pulled it out of the air in one sense, but I was seeing it clairvoyantly, and I gave her that advice based on what I said. So by the time she left, she felt very, very at ease. She wasn't crying anymore, and she felt validated. But like I say, she was a high-powered individual, and put me in a setting where she could operate and use her skill set. She'd make mincemeat of me. But the thing is that the gift that we have can produce miraculous results if taken in perspective. So let's go to our next caller. We have Amanda in Paris, Texas. So Amanda, are you there?
Yes. Hello.
Hi. So, okay, Amanda, you're not saying anything. So I just want to tell you, is there a situation going on with a man right now that you're concerned about?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a husband or boyfriend or even a father?
It's a boyfriend. Yes.
What? Okay. All right. So it just seems that Amanda, you're concerned. It just feels like is he not listening to you? But you care a great deal about him, and he just seems to. I don't know. It just feels like he might be at an impasse. I'm not saying he's mean or anything. I'm just saying that he's just trying. He wants to figure things out, and he doesn't feel like he wants to take advice from you. Does that make sense?
Yes. That's how it feels too.
Pardon me?
I said, yes, sir. That's how I'm feeling. Like he's not listening to me, or it's just I don't know. I feel like we've disconnected.
Okay. Well, I don't really feel like you're disconnected. I feel like this is a man who needs you. I do feel like you may need to give him a little space. Okay. And he's going to have to. It's just going to take some time for him to kind of feel secure with his decisions. But he wants to make his own decisions. I feel like he does need you, so I don't want you to. From my perspective, I don't want you to give up on him because I do believe that he cares about you. It's just I have to ask you for some patience, you know. So do your best to enjoy your time with him because that's what he needs right now. He needs someone that's going to be supportive of him. And I'm not saying that you are trying to force your opinion on him, but it might be a good situation to just enjoy all the other things that you do together, whether you go to dinner or go to different events or different activities, once removed, so to speak, without the issue that is bothering him. Now, this it does feel like a little bit. It's more like his career. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so he's just trying to figure out what he wants to do, and so I think he'll get there. It may take longer than what you will want or feel he needs, but this is his journey too. So I hope that was of some help to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And so I want to continue this discussion just a little bit. So I want to just tell you that it's not just your responsibility to be to take your time and evaluate what is said to you. You know, I hope the information and the guidance that came to me for the two ladies that called in today was solid. Um, but that's just the responsibility of the psychic. The psychic has to operate with maturity, with good judgment, without trying to impose an agenda, certainly not take advantage of you in any way whatsoever. Because when you're a client and you're seeing a psychic, you're in a vulnerable situation. You're in a vulnerable space, no matter who you are. Even when I go in and get a reading, I am vulnerable. And so when someone says something to me, if it's hurtful, it's something that I'm going to take with me because I get that feeling like it's someone from the greater universe that has told me something that is profound. Okay, so psychics can be very profound with the advice that they give, but the person you choose to speak to you and give you advice needs to be someone that you believe has your best interest in mind because they generally do. I mean, I don't know. Don't know of any psychics that I know of that would be um, hateful or be someone that would take advantage of another person. Those folks are very rare, in my view. I've been doing this over 30 years, and you know, every once in a while you run across them. But news travels fast, especially bad news, and they usually don't stay in the business. They usually do not hang around. If they are at a psychic fair, usually the person that's running the psychic fair will run them out of there. I've seen that happen. But that's once in, maybe twice in 30 years, I've seen that. So make sure that the person you go see is someone you connect with, someone that you have some type of emotional attraction to, and see if see what they have to say. You know, they use lots of different methods, cards and pendulums and other methods. I use my own psychic ability and some astrology with my work. If you ever came to see me directly, I'd probably use some psychometry. I'd say, can I hold something that you either wear or something that you that's pertinent to the reading you want? You know, a lot of times I tell people, if you give me something that you just bought from the store, then the sales lady may get a great reading, but you may not. So if someone does psychometry, make sure that you give them something that is that has your imprint on it so that they can pick up that information. So time flies, and so I'm glad that you're with me here on the psychic side. It's Tuesday again, and so we're always glad to be here and provide you with some insight and some knowledge that we may have to impart to you about psychic work. And I don't want to forget to talk about my wonderful sponsor of Miracles of Joy. I'll be at Miracles of Joy in Bedford, Texas tomorrow night, actually Wednesday, and we'll be doing a palmistry class. And then the following week, I'll be at the location in Louisville. So if you're in the Texas area, North Texas area, please come by and see me. I'd be delighted to give you a reading, and we'll be able to give you some additional insight. And, you know, we're finishing up my Monday astrologer class. It's gone very well. It's been a lot of hard work getting those classes done, but it's been great. And tonight we work on our 5th class of our mediumship group, and then we'll be finishing up both of those classes next week, and then we'll be preparing for new students to come in. So with that, I want to say thanks a lot for joining me today. I'm John Cappello. I'm a psychic medium from North Texas. If you would like a reading, go to my website. Go to my website, johncappello.com, and sign up for a reading. I'll be delighted to help you out. So thanks a lot, and I hope to see you and talk to you next week here on the psychic side. So long. Bye-bye.